Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a digital journal where I'm going to be sharing to you some of my concerns and fears about turning 21 as someone who's turning 21 tomorrow. Join me as I express my concerns and fears in my confessions on the 21st. Okay, so I have my noodles here with me, and we're gonna spill our deep dark secrets and our deep dark fears, I guess, about turning 21 in this cold world. I wanted to be as honest as possible, and I wanted everything to come from the heart. So I'll just start with my biggest concern, and it's just been the what ifs, the death of everyone I could have been and everyone I'm not, and where I could have been and where I'm not. You know, when you look on social media, not to be that girl, but when you look on social media and you see people your age doing profoundly more interesting things than you, profoundly better things than you, who don't seem to do nothing. I do things, but who are more productive than you, who are further along in life than you. I know comparison is just not the one, and I don't really compare that often. But then it's in moments like this when I realize I'm getting older and the responsibility of my life is no longer something I can ignore by choosing to blame my youth and saying I have more time. I truly don't. I'm gonna be 21 tomorrow. There is no more time. There's no more time to be had, and I especially wanted to make this video because I did want to open a space in my channel where I could be able to express my feelings, thoughts, and concerns very openly, and maybe find people who will be able to relate, because I think I maybe overanalyze my feelings a bit and don't really know how to truly feel them because I overthink them a little bit. It's I can rationalize to myself why I feel that way, and then that's just about it. I never really go through the emotions of feeling things. And in the past year, I'm not gonna lie, 2022 was really not the best year for me. Just losing myself, losing people, it was really incredibly difficult. Will I say lesson learned? I really will not, because I don't think I actually learned the lessons I was being taught in 2021, but I'm more alert to them now and to other things. I recently learned the school of thought of you could literally just be whoever you wanted right now. If I wasn't satisfied with who I am, I could just be whoever I wanted to be. What's really stopping me? No one can really say, I can't really not change because I'm afraid people are gonna hold on to who I used to be. Yes, that's a fact of life. When you change, people do hold on to versions of yourself that no longer exist, but it is part of your mission, and you're part of your change, a part of the process that you are going to become someone different, to give them the space to get used to the new you, to get to know the new you, and to put new expectations on the new you. Because if we're being honest, you can't go through life without expecting people to put expectations on you. And I think a lot of people think when people put expectations on them, it's really unfair. I don't think it is. As long as there's clear communication and all that, when you place expectation on somebody, you can't just have it there and not inform them that you have it there, and then when they don't meet your expectations, you get mad at them. No, you have to communicate the type of things you expect in relationships, friendships, anything like that. And even family situations, you can place expectations of what you would expect your family member to do. And yeah, so the thing that I've been grappling with is genuinely the what ifs of everything. What if I'd done better in high school? What if I had gone to a different uni and stuff like that? It's such a difficult school of thought, really. I'm gonna eat my noodles. Forgive me, I'm hungry. I'm turning 21 tomorrow, and I have this fear that that's gonna infinitely change everything about my life, and there's gonna be a whole lot more on my shoulders that I don't have now. And I feel I have the responsibility to place that whole lot more on my shoulders than everybody else, because if I'm being completely honest, I do have a lot of people holding me up. A lot of people hold me up. I've built systems with the people in my life where I don't actually have to hold myself up. A lot of people help me hold myself up, and they carry a lot of the weight too. And so now I'm just really scared that I'm gonna have to carry all that weight alone, and I don't know how to deal with that. And it's really scary, because having people who are very supportive and who give you anything you need is really incredibly special, and I'm incredibly grateful forever. But now it's kind of enabled me not to be able to hold myself up, and that's something I want to work on, being able to hold my own weight the weight of my own life, really, because I feel like I have no actual understanding. I have no real grasp of my real life, like everything, man, like the severity of everything. I don't have the grasp of it, and I'm really scared. But I want to put systems in place that would allow me to be able to navigate really heavy things, really. So yeah. But like another thing I'm really working on is gratitude. I do want to live in gratitude, and I constantly want to remind myself of the things that I have, and of my special things, the special things in my life. I constantly want to be so grateful for them, my friends, my family, myself. I also do want to practice a more tougher love on myself, but I'm not really a receptive person of tough love. I'll just be nice to myself again. Why would I want to be harsh on myself? But I feel like being nice to myself has never really allowed me to grow. It's actually this is what happened when I was nice to myself and I gave myself leniencies. I would actually get things done and I would do everything I wanted to do. But then it got to a point where I would stop doing the things I needed to do in the time I needed to do them, and then I'll just give myself more leniencies because everything just always seemed to work out, and I'm really scared that things are gonna stop working out. That's also one of my biggest fears about 2021. Everything is gonna be harder. Everything is my responsibility now. I recently got sick and my mom took me to the doctor. I'm gonna have to do that stuff on my own because she can't. I'm really old. I'm 21. Imagine taking your 21-year-old kid to the doctor, child. Oh my god. Oh my god, that stuff like that is really, really scary. But I should be able to do it, and I can't expect people to baby me. I'm grown. Oh my gosh, I'm grown. And it's also every time I've thought about 2021, I've gotten so super scared. You would have no idea how scared I've gotten. My body used to have a physical reaction, but now it's a day away. It is a day away, and I'm really scared. Here I am filming this video just to let you guys know that having concerns about any age you turn are completely valid. And there's this trend of gaslighting people, of saying someone's life didn't start until they were 80 and they have 70 Oscars. So it really doesn't matter. It's really a situation. I can let go of the expectation of having things happen to me young, other people, comparison, I can let go of things like that. But other things are really difficult to get behind, I don't know, cars. Maybe I want a car. Other people have cars my age. I don't have a car. But okay, maybe again it's comparison. I really don't know. But there are things I want to accomplish by a certain age, and I don't want to be a success story of 60 years old. Will I even make it to 60? Maybe I'll not be one of those success stories. It's hard to think about life and death and all of that, because I don't know when it's gonna stop for me. That person who got 70 Oscars at 80 got to live until 80 and got the opportunities when they did. It's really a lot when you think about it, and I don't want to be ordinary. Maybe I should I really don't want to be ordinary. It's what do I want? Also that I don't know what I want, and I feel I'm one of those people who constantly navigating who they are, who they want to be all the time. I feel people would actually be sick of it if you knew how many existential life crises I have, where I'm who am I? I don't know who I am. And I've had to make some some really hard decisions within the past year that even though people may not understand, I hope they give me the opportunity to show them that the decision was a good one for everyone involved, and it was good for me, especially because I made it for me. I always am questioning who I am. I'm always trying to better myself. I think that's such an important thing that I do in my life, where I try to better myself all the time. It might be really hard and difficult for people to understand why I'm always changing, why I always require new things. It's not necessarily because I'm chasing happiness. You can't be happy all the time, but I'm chasing not even contentness, if I'm being honest, but I'm chasing, okay, maybe if I say I'm chasing comfortability, it's a bad thing, but I am chasing comfortability. I'm chasing consistency. Yes, that is what I'm chasing, not comfortability. Consistency, a consistent way of being that feels like me. I heard a quote the other day, or a few months ago. I heard a quote a few months ago that was how you live your life every day will be how you spend your life. So if I were to die, tomorrow, this is how I would have spent my life. You gotta, like, this is not how I want to live my life. If I'm being honest, like, it's not how I want to live my life. And I want to put myself in positions where I can be able to change my narrative and change my position when I don't live my life like this. And I can genuinely say I was doing something with my life and not feel like such a lost cause, if I'm being really, like, so honest. My voice sounds very funny. I apologize if I'm speaking weirdly. I don't know, something's going on. And I'll always go back to, like, the what ifs, because now that I'm turning 21, any life decision I make is very, very permanent. And I am no longer in, like, those opportunities where I get to make different life decisions. These are the ones I'm making, and they're gonna stick. I'm not young enough to change my mind anymore. And like, it's always like you can change your mind, change your life any day, obviously. And I don't have to stick with the decisions I'm making. If I don't like them, I can always change them. But like, sometimes you're not in the position, you don't have the opportunity. It's always like you can make the opportunity, but we have to be realistic. Some of us are really not that lucky to be able to make any decisions, change our lives. We're not financially at that position as well, so we have to think about, there's so many factors to consider when you consider changing your life and your life decisions and who you became, like leaving the track you're on. I feel like a lot of people's stories are different because that's when they were meant to change their path. That's when they were meant to do anything. I truly believe nothing is a coincidence and everything happens exactly the way it's supposed to. And the lessons you're supposed to learn, I feel like that's maybe what's up to chance, how long it takes you to learn the lessons that life gives you and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, those are my confessions as a 20-year-old in my final hours of this age. I think 20 was so special. I learned a lot in this year, and I'm really grateful to be 21 and to be turning 21 anyways, that is. Yeah, I went on a lot of adventures. I met a lot of really cool, interesting people. I started relationships, I ended relationships. I embarked on new forms of self-discovery. I was horrible. I was really horrible. Guys, I was really terrible. Made incredibly bad life decisions. But now I'm here, you know, like I've lived, I've learned, and I'm gonna apply some of the things I've learned, and I hope you guys can join me for this journey. And yeah, those are my confessions as a 20-year-old in my final hours of being 20. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you come back for more. Bye.